All right, so next we're going to be talking about how to get a patient from sitting to standing. And I'm going to talk about hand placement as well as what you might need to consider depending on if there's weight bearing restrictions. So what you want to do, again, this is pretty much universal as well, but when you assist a patient from sitting to standing, you either want both hands on the sitting surface or you want the patient to hold on to the walker with one hand and the sitting surface with the other. So what I'm going to have Melinda do here, I'm going to have one of her hands on the bed and the other hand on the walker. And we're just going to assume that, again, Melinda just had a posterior hip replacement. So for posterior hip replacements, there's typically, unless they did something extra, there's no weight bearing restrictions. It's typically full weight bearing or weight bearing is tolerated. So full weight bearing is obviously full weight bearing. You can put as much weight down as you want. Weight bearing is tolerated is pretty much full weight bearing as well. The only difference is weight bearing is tolerated basically means it's depending on the patient's pain. So they can put as much weight down as they can tolerate essentially. So if it's a posterior approach, what you have the patient do, again, walker with one hand, bed with the other, and then on a count, you can do the count to 3, and then on a count of 3, you assist them to standing. Okay, so we'll demonstrate that now. So on a count of 3 here, Melinda, I'm going to have you stand up, okay? And once you stand, I'm going to have you put the other hand on the walker.
Okay.
All right, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, just like that.